50 million Americans. That is the number of people directly in the path of what meteorologists are now calling one of the most significant winter storms to hit the East Coast in nearly a decade. Right now, at this very moment, a nor'easter is taking shape off the Carolinas and beginning to rapidly intensify into what meteorologists expect will become a full-bomb cyclone, dropping pressure by 24 millibars or more within a single 24-hour window. The low-pressure center is forming as you watch this. The clock has started. In the next few minutes, you are going to get the exact timing for when this storm arrives in your specific city. Not general ranges, exact times. When the snow starts, when it peaks, when blizzard conditions hit, and when this entire event ends. New York City, Boston, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington, D.C. Every major corridor along the I-95 will be covered in detail. Here is what you will not find anywhere else. The reason this storm is different from every other winter event this season, and the terrifying window tonight into Monday morning that could leave hundreds of thousands without power, that is coming up. But first, you need to understand exactly how large this thing is, because the numbers are something meteorologists rarely see. Here is the important part. The National Weather Service has issued a blizzard warning for New York City, the first blizzard warning for the city since 2017. That is 9 years. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani is telling every single resident to stay off the roads and off the sidewalks, warning of what he described as dangerously icy conditions and greatly reduced visibility throughout Monday morning. New York Governor Kathy Hochul has declared a state of emergency for 22 counties, including the 5 boroughs, and stated that snow totals in New York City could reach as high as 2 feet. 2 feet of snow in New York City. And New Jersey is not far behind. Governor Mickey Sherrill has declared a state of emergency across all 21 counties, effective noon today, with coastal communities expecting as much as 24 inches of accumulation. Wind gusts of up to 55 miles per hour are anticipated statewide. As of Saturday evening, more than 3,000 flights have already been canceled, according to airline tracking data, and cancellations and delays are expected to continue through at least Wednesday. Here's what nobody else is telling you right now. This storm is not just heavy snow. This is a triple threat event: blizzard conditions with zero visibility, bomb cyclone wind gusts exceeding 60 miles per hour along the coast, and coastal flooding from Delaware all the way through Long Island and into southern New England. 3 distinct disasters arriving simultaneously, and the worst of it has not even started yet. To understand why this storm is so dangerous, you need to understand what a bomb cyclone actually does. When atmospheric pressure drops 24 millibars or more within 24 hours, meteorologists call it bombogenesis, rapid, explosive intensification. Think of it like a hurricane developing on fast forward. Not in warm tropical waters, but directly off the Atlantic coast. The pressure gradient tightens so quickly that wind speeds can surge from moderate to dangerous in a matter of hours, not days. This specific storm is being driven by 3 separate moisture sources colliding at once. Moisture from the Gulf of Mexico is moving northeast. A separate moisture stream from the Rocky Mountains is tracking into Pennsylvania. And a broad low-pressure system that has been sitting over the Great Lakes is connecting both of them. When all 3 converge offshore of the Carolinas tonight, the bomb cyclone development begins. AccuWeather Director of Forecasting Operations Carl Erickson put it plainly on Friday: a small wobble in the storm track can make a big difference. What he means is this: if the low-pressure center tracks even 30 miles closer to the coast than currently modeled, Boston and Providence could see 2 feet instead of 15 inches. Philadelphia could end up with 18 instead of 12. The margins here are razor thin. Now, quick question for everyone watching right now. Where are you located, and what are you already seeing outside? Drop your city and state in the comments below. I am reading every single comment and will give you personalized, specific information for your exact location. Thousands of people are already doing this and getting real-time updates. Do not wait. Type your location right now. But here is the terrifying part about this storm that almost nobody is explaining clearly, and it involves a window tonight that is going to catch people completely off guard. Here is your critical timeline. Pay close attention because the timing varies dramatically depending on where you live, and the difference of a few hours could be the difference between getting home safely and being stranded. Washington, D.C. Your storm begins early this morning, Sunday, February 22nd. Rain and light mixed precipitation starts around 6 to 7 a.m. Do not be fooled by the early rain. Temperatures will drop throughout the day. A winter storm watch is in effect beginning Sunday afternoon through 10 a.m. Monday. Snow totals for D.C. have the widest spread of any major city on the board. AccuWeather puts the region at 1 to 3 inches, while Fox Weather forecasts 3 to 5 inches. That range reflects genuine uncertainty about how far south the heaviest snow pushes. The biggest concern for D.C. is not accumulation. It is the rain-to-ice transition as temperatures plunge Sunday evening, which can make even 1 inch of freezing slush more dangerous than a foot of clean snow. Baltimore. Listen carefully. Snow is expected to start around 7 a.m. Sunday morning, according to the Fox Forecast Center. Forecasts here are split. AccuWeather currently puts Baltimore at 3 to 6 inches, while Fox Weather is trending significantly higher at 8 to 12 inches. That gap tells you everything about the uncertainty still in play, and it comes down entirely to how close the low-pressure center tracks to the coastline. If this storm hugs the coast, as most models now suggest, Baltimore lands at the high end. Peak wind gusts for Baltimore will be between 40 and 50 miles per hour. A winter storm watch goes into effect Sunday afternoon through Monday morning. Philadelphia, your situation is more serious. A winter storm warning is in effect beginning 7 a.m. this morning through Monday evening. You are looking at 12 to 18 inches of snow, with the heaviest bands arriving Sunday evening and continuing through early Monday. Travel will be significantly impacted. Limited visibility, blowing snow, and extreme road conditions are all expected. Do not attempt to drive during Sunday evening into Monday morning. New York City, here is your hour-by-hour breakdown. Snow begins at 6 a.m. Sunday morning light at first. Do not be fooled by the slow start. By noon, moderate snow is ongoing. By 6 p.m. Sunday evening, the National Weather Service says intense snowfall begins. Dangerous winds increase overnight into Monday morning. Peak accumulation arrives between midnight Sunday and 6 a.m. Monday. Current official estimates from Mayor Mamdani, 13 to 17 inches, with a chance of reaching 20 inches. Blizzard conditions, meaning wind gusts and snow so heavy that visibility drops to near zero, are expected to persist through Monday evening. The National Guard has been placed on standby. Boston, your snow begins Sunday afternoon and intensifies dramatically overnight. The National Weather Service office in Boston forecasts 10 to 20 inches across eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island, with snowfall rates of up to 2 inches per hour at peak intensity. AccuWeather estimates 8 to 12 inches for the city proper. Blizzard warnings are in effect. Wind gusts along the coast, particularly near Cape Cod, Nantucket, and the South Shore, could reach 60 to 70 miles per hour, approaching hurricane force. Cape Cod and Nantucket face some of the most severe conditions of anyone along the entire East Coast. Blizzard conditions are expected to continue through Monday afternoon, with potential power outages affecting tens of thousands. The real danger for nearly everyone in this entire corridor is the overnight window Sunday night into early Monday morning. That is when the bomb cyclone reaches maximum intensity. That is when the winds peak. That is when the snow comes hardest. And that is exactly when most of the East Coast will be asleep. Right now, in cities from Baltimore to Boston, people are making decisions that will define their next 48 hours. Some are watching this from a grocery store parking lot, loading carts with water, batteries, and bread. Others are stuck in a line at the gas station, wondering if they made the call too late. Some are already home, windows dark, watching the first flurries begin to fall. Here is what the next 12 to 24 hours will actually feel like if you are in the path of this storm. It starts subtle. Light snow, maybe a dusting, streets still passable. You think you have more time. By midday Sunday, the snow rate picks up. Roads become slick. Then, around Sunday evening, something changes. The wind shifts. The snow comes faster, heavier. Visibility drops not gradually, but quickly, within minutes. You look outside and the streetlights are just blurs in a wall of white. You cannot see across the street. That is blizzard conditions. That is 1 to 1.5 inches of snow per hour across the mid-Atlantic and up to 2 inches per hour in Boston and coastal New England, according to the National Weather Service Boston office, all while 60-mile-per-hour gusts blow it sideways. That is what the National Weather Service has warned is coming for coastal New Jersey, Long Island, Connecticut, and all of southern New England. Remember those 50 million people we mentioned at the start? That number is not an estimate. That is a National Weather Service figure for the total population under active winter weather warnings and watches right now, today, February 22, 2026. This is happening in real time. And then there are the power outages. Wind gusts between 40 and 70 miles per hour, combined with heavy, wet snow on power lines, equals widespread outages. Parts of Long Island, coastal New Jersey, Cape Cod, and Metro Boston could see power losses that last not hours, but days. Governor Hochul has already positioned the National Guard. New Jersey Transit is monitoring conditions hour by hour. This is not hype. This is not exaggeration. The word historic is being used by the National Weather Service, by AccuWeather, by Fox Weather meteorologists who have tracked winter storms for decades. New York City's last blizzard warning was 9 years ago. That context matters. If you are in the affected area right now, and if you are somewhere between Delaware and Maine, drop your location in the comments. Tell me your city and what you are seeing outside your window. I want to give you the specific information you need. Thousands of viewers are already sharing their locations and getting real-time updates. Do not wait until Monday morning. Here is the important part that affects everyone, even people who think they will just stay home and ride this out. This is not just a snowstorm. We are looking at grounded air travel across the entire Northeast, paralyzed highway systems on I-95 and I-78 and I-87, widespread power grid strain from Delaware to Maine, coastal flooding along New Jersey and Long Island during high tide, and the possibility of prolonged cold air moving in immediately after the storm, all happening simultaneously. 5 separate infrastructure crises arriving within a 24-hour window. As of Saturday evening, more than 3,000 flights have already been canceled. Airlines are proactively repositioning aircraft out of the storm's path, so they are ready to restart operations once airports reopen, but cancellations and delays are expected through at least Wednesday. If you have any travel plans this week, any at all, contact your airline today. On the roads, the message from officials is simple: do not drive. New Jersey Governor Sherrill said it directly: stay home tomorrow. If you don't have anything else, do a puzzle, eat some chili, but whatever you do, try to stay home and off the road. NJ Transit will attempt to run regular service, but is monitoring conditions and will make adjustments as conditions demand. The coastal flooding threat is often underreported with these kinds of storms. The National Weather Service has issued coastal flood watches from coastal Delaware through the Jersey Shore, Long Island, and the southern New England coastline. Minor to moderate coastal flooding is expected during high tide Monday morning. For low-lying coastal neighborhoods, this is a separate, additional threat on top of the blizzard. But here is what most people are not thinking about. After the storm, temperatures will drop sharply as Arctic air floods in behind it. Whatever snow and slush accumulates will freeze solid overnight Monday into Tuesday. Monday morning commutes, if people attempt them at all, could be among the most dangerous road conditions seen in years. The last time New York City saw anything like this was 2017. People forgot how fast these things turn. Officials across the Northeast began mobilizing days in advance of this storm, and the scale of the response reflects just how seriously every state government is taking this event. In New York, Governor Hochul declared a state of emergency for 22 counties on Saturday, including all 5 boroughs of New York City. The National Guard has been activated and stands ready to assist with storm response. Mayor Mamdani held a press conference Saturday afternoon urging all New Yorkers to avoid travel starting Sunday and continuing through Monday evening. In New Jersey, Governor Sherrill signed Executive Order No. 14, declaring a state of emergency across all 21 counties, effective noon today. The state has pre-positioned resources, including snowplows, road salt, and emergency response teams. Coastal communities facing potential flooding have been alerted separately. The National Weather Service upgraded its warnings for southern Delaware, the Jersey Shore, all of New York City, Long Island, and coastal Connecticut to blizzard warnings on Saturday, reflecting increased model confidence in snowfall totals, exceeding 12 inches, combined with sustained gusty winds, creating near-zero visibility. What could have been done differently? That is a question worth asking. The low-pressure center for this storm did not fully form until early Sunday morning, meaning forecast confidence was genuinely limited even 48 hours out. AccuWeather's Carl Erickson acknowledged this explicitly, noting that even minor track shifts would dramatically change accumulation totals. This is the honest challenge of nor'easter forecasting. The storm organizes quickly, the models shift, and the window for preparation is compressed. Officials made the call to issue the most aggressive warnings available. Whether that was the right call or not, millions of people at least had the information they needed in time to prepare. What happens to the people who did not see the warnings? What about the travelers caught at airports? What about the elderly living alone in coastal New Jersey towns who did not have anyone check on them? Those are the stories that will emerge in the next 24 to 48 hours, and they matter. Here is the important part about what this storm means beyond the next 48 hours. This nor'easter does not exist in isolation. It is the second major winter event to hit the East Coast in less than a month. Late January brought a catastrophic winter storm that left snow on the ground from the mid-Atlantic to New England snow that is only now beginning to melt in some areas. Now, before that snow is fully gone, another foot or more is arriving on top of it. The cumulative snowpack stress on infrastructure, on budgets, on communities is significant. Beyond this storm, the pattern is not finished. The forecast data shows an Alberta Clipper system tracking across the Great Lakes and into the Northeast on Tuesday and Wednesday. That system is less severe, but it will bring additional snowfall of a few inches to areas that will still be dealing with blizzard cleanup. Then, by Thursday and Friday, models are signaling a potential storm developing across the Ohio Valley and the Southeast, with another possibility of snow and potentially even some severe weather further south. And then, for the first beginning days of March, long-range models are showing signals of a significant Arctic blast that could extend well into the southern United States. How far south it reaches is still uncertain, but the northern plains and Midwest are already in the risk zone. I will be monitoring that pattern closely and will have a full dedicated forecast video before the end of the week. Meteorologists rarely see a pattern like this back-to-back major winter systems, followed by an Arctic intrusion, all within a 2-week window. Experts are paying close attention, and the lessons from this storm are already clear. The window for preparation is shorter than people think. When a bomb cyclone forms, conditions go from manageable to catastrophic within hours, not days. You now have the specific information that was promised at the start of this video. Exact timing, exact cities, exact snow totals, exact wind speeds. Here is what I need from you right now. Drop your location in the comments, your city and your state, and tell me what conditions look like where you are. I am tracking this storm in real time and will respond with specific updates for your area. Share this video with anyone you know in the affected areas. From Delaware to Maine, from the Jersey Shore to Cape Cod, from Baltimore to Boston, people need this information before tonight. Prepare now, not tomorrow morning, not Sunday afternoon. Now, charge your devices, fill your vehicle with gas, have flashlights and backup batteries ready. Know where your generator is if you have one. And if you are on the coast, know your evacuation route. This is not hype. This is not exaggeration. This is a legitimate, documented historic storm, and the people who took the last one seriously were the ones who came through it safely. You have been warned. You have the information. What you do with it is up to you. Final question. Given that this is the second major winter storm to hit the Northeast in less than a month, and with a potential Arctic blast following in early March, do you think communities along the East Coast are truly prepared for what this winter season still has ahead of them?